2.
Welcome to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I am still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up. Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
LoveLine's meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
All right, the phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. The fax number, 310-854. Please, turn that down, Mike.
4455.
Sounds too much like a radio show with that going on in the background.
Indeed.
Yes, I'm Adam Carolla. That is a good doctor, Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician, an addiction medicine specialist. And tonight, our guest is Famke Janssen. Did I screw it up?
No, you did not this time. You did really good.
Okay.
This time.
Well, we were calling her Famke last night, and that was producer Ann's fault. All right, now we've had Famke on the TV show. I described her as a burlap sack full of bobcats last night to our listeners.
You did?
Which is a good thing.
Tuned in.
That's a very
that's
good
a good thing.
But
I didn't know that.
she is a big, tall, cool sip of water is what she is. She's 6 foot.
5'11".
All right. But in pumps, you're like 8 feet tall, right?
Yeah, but I don't wear pumps
And,
for that reason.
Right, because
how many 8 feet, tall men do you know?
Right.
None.
Why?
I don't know any.
Why cut the genitalia off your boyfriend by putting on the 7-inch
pumps.
stiletto heels? She's actually you're married, are you not?
That's right.
What's this guy do for a living?
He's a writer-director.
Oh, please. But
Oh, please, what? What's wrong with that?
Is he successful? Does he work?
He's young. He's going to work.
No,
He's
okay.
We're doing his first film together this year.
Uh-huh. And you're bankrolling it.
Oh, yeah, of course I am. Look at me.
Oh. He is not worthy. You need 4 husbands.
Yeah.
You really are. You're the type of woman who one man could never satisfy you.
How do you
Emotionally,
know that?
physically,
You
sexually.
figured me out in the meanwhile?
There's just too much of you to go around. One man would be considered hoarding.
Yeah, I know. I need to move to a country where I can actually marry 4 guys at the same time.
Move out to Utah. Wait a minute.
No, you can't do that there.
All right, but men can have
Mormons.
multiple wives.
Not
All right,
anymore.
We'll move to Utah. Well, that works it out. All right. So
Oh,
you're-
now we're going to get married too, is that right?
Absolutely.
And you don't mind sharing me with 3 other guys?
No, because I'm really good. Only good for once a week.
No.
Just as long as you're good enough to go once a week, I'll be fine.
Well, I'll be ready anytime.
All right.
Sure.
That's the beauty of being a
there's just going to
woman.
be 3 other men.
That's fine. Let him clean up and fix the car.
We're going to have a houseboy?
Yeah, well, one of them can be the houseboy. We need 3 guys and a houseboy, for Christ's sake.
Right, and a mechanic and whatever else.
Yeah.
Carpenter, you can do the
Yeah.
construction.
Yeah,
But
some
what role are
handy.
you going to fill in?
He's the
exactly?
carpenter.
I will fill the sex role.
The sex once a week and you're
Just
filling in the
Saturday.
sex role? I don't know about that.
It's more of a bit part. All right, so Famke is from Holland, Amsterdam, I guess. And you now, how many languages do you speak?
4.
Oh, do you believe this woman? And when did you come out to the States?
About 10 years ago.
And did you initially come to model?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I quit because I got really tired of it.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, the strain.
I know. Isn't
Oh,
it rough?
the
You
walk
get paid a lot of
down.
money.
Let me say, people
Stay
kid
in
and say
wonderful
modeling.
hotels.
Yeah, they talk about modeling being hard work, and people laugh, but they don't understand. You got to walk all the way to the end of the frickin' ramp, turn around,
That's right,
and come
and
back,
back.
and all the way
and
back,
change.
and then change.
I know.
And sometimes you only have 2 or 3 guys helping you change. So I mean, it's a bitch. You know what it's like getting dressed in the morning, don't you, Drew?
Yeah, and do that like 6 times in a row
Oh,
during,
and
half hour.
the
It's
fan.
really rough.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. And for the pittance they pay you.
Oh, nothing.
Now, what kind of modeling did you do? You do
Just
like
nudes. No, I'm just kidding.
any new? That's
No, nothing like
it
that.
can be done tastefully.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
but
enjoy
no,
it, but
not for me. Thank you. No,
No.
I worked for all the different magazines: Elle magazine, Vogue magazine, Marie Claire, whatever. all
You do
different ones.
the rampway stuff
the rampway,
on the runway. I don't know.
Yeah, I came in on a plane. Yeah, I did the runway stuff too.
And is there when you walk down the runway of, like, let's say you're in Milan or New York or something, did you see a lot of celebrities right up against the edge there?
No, at the time when I was doing it, sort of in the Middle Ages, a long time ago, there wasn't that much celebrities involved with the whole thing. Now it's very, I don't know.
It wasn't in
somehow it's-
vogue. back then?
Not so much
Well,
as
what
it is now.
What is the allure of these things for your, let's say, your Bruce Willis type, or you're just your basic male celebrity? What the hell is he have any interest in sitting by some ramp and looking at some emaciated Amazon woman wearing some tinfoil pasties
Yeah, but
go
that's
walk
not,
up and
it's
down
not-
the thing?
Well, because they're just checking out the babes, probably.
Adam, and without
Hmm?
the guy going, rah, 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 rah. you can't do it
Oh,
without
that's
that.
true.
Huh?
That's true. I need the DJ playing the Quiet Riot in the background, going, "Show her you appreciate her, boys. Dip into that wallet." Yeah, it's really a strip club without the DJ and the tipping, and the silicone. All right, well, let's talk about your career,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Let's talk about it.
All right, you have City of Industry coming out
Yes.
March 15th.
March 14th.
Harvey Keitel.
Timothy Hutton and Stephen Dorff.
Uh-huh. And what is this movie about?
This movie is about a jewelry heist that the guys commit, and then one of them becomes greedy and tries to steal all the money and tries to kill everybody, only ends up killing two of them and misses one.
Mm-hmm. And you play?
And I play the wife of one of the men who gets killed. We have two children together. And
Who's your husband in this movie?
Wade Dominguez.
Oh. No, so it's not Keitel Dorff or...
No, but
no.
Keitel comes to me because I'm sort of the only person who can help him track down the killer.
Mm-hmm. He's a little short for you.
Yeah, he's about half my size.
Yeah. Did they put him up on a crate or something
No,
when you
he
guys
didn't
did
mind.
scenes?
He was really good about it. He didn't care being shorter than I am, and I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Any nudity in this film at all?
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
A lot of...
Not coming from me, at least.
Really? Keitel flash his penis
Oh,
again?
all the time. No.
It's in his contract
No.
now.
No, not him. Just like I think there's a scene in a strip club or something.
Oh, well, all right. Well,
So-
maybe I will see it. Is there...
Yeah, see, there
is there
you go. I
senseless...
knew I had to say that because otherwise
Do
nobody
they-
would come.
Is there violence?
Yeah, there's violence.
Oh, okay. All right. Rated R?
It's a gritty LA story. I don't know what the rating is on the movie, but it's an LA story. And it's kind of like a film noir set in it's sort
Right.
of contemporary film noir.
Is who directed it or who wrote
John
it?
Irvin directed it.
From what else did he do?
John Irvin did Hamburger Hill, did A Month by the Lake, did a whole bunch of movies.
All right, I
He's
know
English.
the Hamburger Hill.
Good.
Okay. All right. So it's a nonstop thrill ride of action and nudity.
We were arguing
Wow.
about last night whether or not you
Really?
were in Anaconda, and it's not. She's
I'm in
not,
Deep Rising, which is another creature
She's in the
movie.
octopus.
She's in the
movie.
octopus movie.
not the
we
snake.
were talking about the Anaconda movie in relation to that, and the shark and the anaconda and the.
Right.
Right.
Now this movie's a Disney movie, the octopus
Hollywood
movie.
Pictures.
Oh, thank God somebody's had the guts to make a movie about a squid. I mean, there was, what was it, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea came out in like 1964, but nothing. Oh, this is great. So it's a huge octopus.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Douglas in this one too.
No, not
Oh.
in this one.
Well, he had a
Treat
stroke.
Williams
He's not so
instead.
good. And, all right, well, wait a minute. Let's just stop for 1 second. Let me say something. In case people don't recognize Famke by name. Famke, and I'm remiss because I skipped right over this. Famke's, I guess, claim to cinematic fame is that she was the femme fatale in the Goldeneye, the latest James Bond effort with Pierce Brosnan, and you were the one who crushed
everybody
his
with my
skull
thighs.
with your thighs. This is
I
brilliant.
crushed his skull with my thighs?
Well, didn't you try to crush him with your
yeah, but not
thighs?
his skull.
Oh.
What movie were you watching?
I'd rented something on Golden
Yeah.
Thighs or something over the weekend. You tried to crush, yes, you do like the anaconda. That's probably why we're confused. You tried to
Yeah,
crush
I know.
him with
It all
your
gets so
thighs.
confusing. They're all very similar, those movies.
All right, so
Okay.
this is the person we're talking to, and you're quite soft looking and feminine looking in person, but in the movie you played a very sharp edged
Yeah,
woman.
did I look masculine or something?
No, you're beautiful, but in a come beat me kind of way, as
Yeah.
opposed to submit to my love way, which is the way I see you.
Right. But
Okay.
that's the way I'm in our marriage.
Right, and the way I'm going to see you later on. When
I
I get
am.
home.
I'm finally embarrassed for you. I really am.
I'm not. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, let's go.
No, but I'm much softer in City of Industry.
Okay, and we'll talk about city industry, and more important, the octopus movie, which I'm fascinated by as the night wears on. Drew,
Yeah.
you want to get to some calls?
Yeah.
You sure?
How about that?
Okay. Marcus, 20.
Yeah, my fiance and I have been together about 5 years, and we were each other's first. And we used to be able to do it like 5-6 times in a row per day, you know. and we have a son now, and he's 2.5 years old.
Oh my goodness.
And
They had the child when they were 17.
yeah, well, I was 17. I turned 18.
How old is your wife?
She's 21. She just turned 21
Oh.
3 months ago.
Well, 1 foot in the grave.
Why? Just out of curiosity, why haven't you gotten married before this?
Well, things came up, and we had problems with our parents, and then
Had a child.
yeah, having a
yeah.
child, and
Wouldn't
me trying to graduate.
You want to get
high
married
school.
then? I mean, for goodness sakes.
No, remember when people went... hold on a second, Marcus. I want to make fun of your lifestyle just one moment. Remember when the joke was, when you got pregnant, half the people who got married, it was you had to get married because you got pregnant, right? I mean, it was just, that was it. You got to marry her now. She's knocked up. You got to do the right thing. You got to marry her. That is completely gone, that pressure. People don't feel that pressure anymore.
No, they don't even relate pregnancy and marriage.
No, it's a totally separate things. We've had a whole soccer team. We have 19 children. We're thinking about getting engaged. I have a promise ring. It's bizarre. I liked it when people were forced into marriages they didn't want to get into. Marcus.
Yeah.
All right. So the sex has dried up.
Yeah. It's like right afterwards, we can do it maybe once a night, and afterwards it hurts her. Yeah.
Well,
is that 7 days a week, once a night?
No, it's like once a week, once a night.
Okay.
She gets irritation after that.
Yeah. The one other thing I've thought of that might be coming in problem is she got the Norplant right after we had her.
That can change things. That sure can change. Usually, though, that sort of sustained sex drive, frankly, things could even be worse without it.
Yeah.
Keep the Norplant.
Yes, keep the Norplant in.
Yeah.
How did that happen? I want to congratulate whoever's idea that was.
Who held her down and forced that Norplant in her arm?
Well, we discussed it, and we thought that would be the best way because we don't plan on having any kids until at least 5 years after this one was born.
Well, there is hope for society, Marcus. All right, so she complains of physical pain.
Yeah.
Has she seen the gynecologist since then?
No, I've suggested it, but she's not really comfortable.
Why?
Being around doctors like that.
Why?
It's just the way she feels when a doctor is looking at her. I mean, anybody looks
Can
at
you
her.
go in there with her and make her feel better? I mean, just sort of.
I would, but when she was having our son or getting ready to, they didn't want me in the room for a while. It was things like that.
That's a blessing, Marcus.
Yeah, but for this,
she or
but I was there when my son was born, though.
But for the sake of an exam, I'm sure they would allow you in if it's important for her to feel comfortable.
Do they let guys hang out during gynecological exams?
If it was important to somebody, I think they would. If somebody
All right,
requested
but high-fiving would be considered bad taste.
bad taste.
Okay.
Marcus, she's got to get seen. I mean, this is ridiculous. She's got to get
what,
seen.
Drew?
Ridiculous.
Thank you.
She has to get a pap smear every year anyway. She has to.
Yeah.
Young women die of cervical cancer. That is a common cancer, and it is fatal in young women. That's why you get the pap smear. Okay, and if for nothing else, she's got to go in every year and get that. She also has another problem here that needs to be checked out to see why she's having this irritation.
All right, Marcus, as the mother of your child and a possible prospective bride,
Yep.
I think you owe it to her.
Is that a bizarre statement or what?
Does this stuff go on in Holland?
Oh, yeah. It's the same everywhere in the world, I'm sure. Don't
Really?
You think?
I don't know.
Or you were about to move to Holland because you don't want to deal with this anymore.
Well, as soon as you left Holland, I decided to stay in the States. When
You
you
didn't even know me 10 years ago.
I played a hunch. What, do you get back to Holland?
About once a year.
Family there?
Family there.
Sisters?
2.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How old are they?
I'm right in between. We're 2 years apart, all of us.
Uh-huh. I'd take a chance on them, sight unseen.
Good. They're married, both of them.
Oh, really?
But maybe they're, maybe they want to participate in some.
Well, like I said, once a week. Come on.
Okay, once a week. They may be able to fit you in somehow.
Yeah, guys got to play golf eventually. Yeah, because you have such a strong genetic hand dealt to you that I'm guessing. Is your mom single?
No.
No. Okay. But I'm sure you come from a very beautiful, angular mother.
Yeah, I actually look very much like my dad.
Really?
Yep.
All right. A few beers, I'll take a chance on him. And, what about your sisters? Do they look like you?
No, we're very different
Oh,
looking.
what a cruel
They're
and horrible
blonde,
fate.
blue-eyed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, see, now you're interested.
But they look good, right?
They look very good.
Wow. All right. Me and my sister look nothing alike.
Phew.
She's elated.
Yeah.
Scott, 17, you're on LoveLine.
Yeah, well, lately I've been I got like a long thumbnail and a pinky nail, and I've been like slicing my arms and my stomach with it.
Cutting on yourself with yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever cut on yourself before?
Not really.
What's been going on lately?
I don't know. I just did it, and
Well, people that do that usually are not trying to hurt themselves. They're not trying to harm themselves, not trying to kill themselves, anything like that. They are just sort of seeking some sort of emotional release. And it's a sign that you're pretty disturbed. I mean, something's really bugging you.
I'm going with abuse.
Yeah.
Scott?
Yeah.
Anyone abuse you in any way when you were younger?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
How old are you?
I got arrested a
He's
few
17.
Oh,
times.
he's
My dad like hit me after that.
That would be considered abuse.
No, he got arrested, so Dad whacked him one.
Well, be that as it may, I mean, Scott, what I was going to go for, if Adam would give me a chance to place my bet, was depression. I mean, at the very least, you're depressed right now. Are you doing drugs too?
Pot.
Yeah, and you know, it's a sign that you need some help. Something needs to be done.
All right, what should he do?
See a doctor.
See your family doctor. If you have a school counselor, somebody to get you to some help, because you don't have to be this miserable.
Because, I mean, I don't see it as really a problem. My parents, they just saw it, and they just kind of flipped out.
Well, you're not happy, though, are you, Scott?
Well, I don't feel like anything's bothering me, really, but...
But jovial people don't cut on themselves with their hangnails. You know what I'm saying? Do you have friends?
Yeah.
You have a girlfriend?
No.
Are you doing okay in school?
I'm doing okay.
Do you go to school?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you, a senior?
No, junior.
Uh-huh. You planning on going to college?
I'm not sure yet.
All right. So you're bored at worst or at best and depressed most likely.
The most common manifestation of depression in a teenager, boredom. That's
really?
the most common expression of depression.
All right. So what
teenagers don't experience depression the same way adults do. They aren't connected with their feelings in the same way. And,
I don't remember being depressed as a kid, but I do remember being bored
and not happy.
Right.
Or anxious, or kind of just not happy.
Right. Now I'm anxious, unhappy, and bored, but I'm too lazy to cut on myself. I'm like, yeah, I think I'll cut on myself, and then I go, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna take a nap. Scott. All right. So you need to get yourself involved with life, don't you? I mean, you need some activities. You got to find your muse. You know what I mean? Find something you're into. Music, snowboarding, sports, whatever. Find a girlfriend. Get out there. Participate a little. And don't give yourself so much downtime in which to cut on yourself. Huh?
And get some help if you can.
Drew with the classic head nod. A radio device that he has pioneered. Nobody before Drew in radio, in the annals of radio, did the head nod.
It's very effective.
He's honed it. It is great radio. Alicia, 20.
Hi.
Hey.
My question, problem, whatever, is for anybody who there can answer it. For some reason, either I was born with it like this, or it just happened. My hymen is kind of still intact in some way, and I don't know. It's like when I menstruate and I use tampons, it'll get stuck coming when I try to pull it out.
You get hung up on something.
Yeah, no, it's basically I went to a gynecologist when I was in high school to get birth control pills, and she noticed it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's still connected to my uterus or whatever it is it was first connected to, or I don't know. Exactly.
What is the hymen originally connected to?
The wall of the vagina. But let me...
Inside, basically. You know
yeah.
What I mean.
Famke, hymen gone?
Huh?
I sure hope so.
Really? Because I'm only marrying a pure woman.
Okay. Good. You should.
All right. Well, they have restoration surgery. We
can always do that, but I think it's all fine.
It's a technicality.
It's no big deal, really. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
They also have ways of opening things back up and removing them if there's something they're obstructing.
What would they do?
Did the gynecologist suggest anything?
She's like, well, is this bothering you? And I was just like, well, not really, but I don't know. I mean, it's just sometimes the only hard part that bothers me is when me and my boyfriend have intercourse. Sometimes I have problems trying to get in. But.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So there's something that needs to be removed. Now, let me ask you this, Drew. Could there be some scar tissue or something that builds up after a certain amount of agitation and whatnot?
It's probably that the original membrane was too thick. It just sort of was overgrown relative to normal, and there's some remnant there that needs to be removed.
My basic question was, how the heck did it happen? I mean,
Bad genetics.
Not bad genetics, but just a little. It's just some peculiarity of your anatomy. Nothing. It's not associated with anything you have to worry about that I'm aware of.
okay.
All right, so the answer is if it bothers you or it bothers your boyfriend or it bothers the both of you too much, then you should look into getting a hymenectomy. Hymenoscopy, sorry.
Hymenectomy.
Where they actually will go in, I guess, with some scalpel and cut it away. Maybe a laser these days.
Maybe.
And I'm sure with today's technology, this is a fairly simple device.
I would think so.
As a matter of fact, I think I could do it.
I don't know what.
I wouldn't suggest that.
No.
No.
I don't know what the procedure would be, but it sounds like something fairly simple.
Okay. Now, well, what's ectopy and oscopy?
Ectomy means removal. Oscopy means looking with a scope.
Aha. I think I could do both those.
Otomy is make a hole in.
Otomy's a hole? All right. Out of me, out of you. All right. Drew, you want to take one more call? Why don't you sell the hell out of the next call and ignite the listeners, please. Please. As only you can, Drew.
Here's Ivan. When is the right time to let down his sensitive girlfriend? He wants to break up with her.
Oh, that's riveting.
Fascinating.
Ernie, the world's fastest drummer for LoveLine.
Hi, when I'm not drumming up a storm. What was the rest of it?
LoveLine will be right back. If it's not, sue me or something.
Hi, it's Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew, the board-certified one. And Famke Janssen is here tonight. Famke is a big, long, leggy Amsterdamian.
Yeah.
What color are those eyes?
Brown.
Brown-eyed.
Hazel.
Yes. They cut right to a man's soul, those hazel eyes of hers. City of Industries, the movie that she has coming out. And she's got a whole bunch of stuff coming out, but we'll go in order.
Mm-hmm.
City of Industry, that's Harvey Keitel and Dorff and Hutton. And that's March 14th.
March 14th.
And it's about a big heist, and there's gunfire.
Yeah, but not coming from me this time.
Right.
I'm not shooting any guns.
You don't draw the gun, you don't drop the pants.
No. And you're not going to see it.
No, I will, because there is a scene at a nudie bar, right?
Yeah.
And there
not
is
with me.
That's okay.
Okay. I'm just letting you know.
Let me tell you, when I'm watching the scene at the nudie bar, I will superimpose your face onto whoever's dancing.
Good.
Everyone in the bar, even the bouncer.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You don't know me. I may try. Drew?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right. You know her. And what'd you do before GoldenEye?
A movie called Lord of Illusions.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, like you know what I'm talking
No,
about.
I don't go in for all that sorcery BS, but this was a
a movie about a magician and all sorts
who
of
kills people.
Supernatural. No.
There's no killing involved.
There's killing involved, but not from the magician.
Uh-huh.
It's from the guy. There's some guy who's running a sort of a
bakery.
Yeah, no.
What is he running? What's he running?
Something.
Yeah.
A cult.
Oh, a cult.
He's the head of a cult.
Cult bakery, you know. And he uses his sorcery powers?
No, no, forget it. You're all off.
All right, but you can rent it.
You can rent it, that's right.
Do you have some kind of special outfit you wear or something?
Many.
Oh, okay.
But,
all right, it's a rental.
My first movie I did 6 years ago.
Which was?
It was Fathers and Sons.
Who's in that?
Jeff Goldblum, Samuel Jackson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Big guys.
Big guys, small movie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that also out on video?
On video.
I'm sure it is. So, so Fathers and Sons.
My very first performance ever.
And Lord of Illusions, and then you go right to GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And that's out now too, right?
Yep, on video.
All right, so rent Famke tonight. I know I will.
Oh, jeez. You know what he does? He goes out on these video junkets.
Well, all right, let's be fair. Famke, if you had a movie where you were naked in a good portion of it, I would go out and get it tonight.
Right.
If he had to...
I don't have one.
To fly around the globe, he would do it.
While the memory of you is still fresh.
Good.
While the
Well, it's
scent
too bad
of you
that
was...
there's no movie like that. But
Right. Right, except for the one your husband has. All right, see if I can get that off him. Ivan.
Yes.
17. Don't ever film yourself having sex.
All right.
No, I've learned my lesson from all the people before me who've
Yes,
done that.
all
I
right.
got into trouble.
But you don't mind a mirror around, do you?
No, I don't mind a mirror. Do you?
No, I love a mirror. You know,
Good.
I really do. It's like I look at it every once in a while and I go, hey, guess who's getting laid? I will high-five myself and break the glass. Ivan.
Yeah.
Hey.
You guys are awesome. Adam, you make the entire show.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and I want to say Famke, is it?
No, Famke.
Yeah, that's what he
There's
said.
no R.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, you're gorgeous.
Yes.
I have a kind of a big problem, which probably will seem kind of normal to you guys. I have a very sensitive girlfriend who is, I'm basically her first boyfriend, and we've been dating about 3 months, and it's just kind of been going downhill, but she hasn't been able to see that.
What does very sensitive mean?
I don't know, she just kind of fell really hard, she always constantly says she's in love with me and is always doing little things for me, like sending me little things in the mail or through school and things like that.
Huh.
And it's kind of smothering, and I'm afraid of commitment, basically. And I want to let her down because the more she does, the more annoying it gets. And I don't know how to do it because I don't want to, emotionally scar her or anything, because don't you kind of get that way from your first actual, not love, but your first
Yeah, but, everybody has to go through it. It's like saying, is being circumcised emotionally scarring? Possibly, but so everyone's emotionally scarred, we'll all start at the same place.
Okay.
And you're going to have to do it sooner or later, so you may as well do it now before she gets really attacked.
Yeah, because you're digging in.
Have you slept with her?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, then it's a slam dunk.
Okay, but there's another little catch to that. We are both in a play, which goes on for another 2 weeks. So I basically work with her every night from 6 to 10.
Are you Tevye? Which one's Tevye?
What?
What play is it?
It's called On the Night of January the 16th.
Mm-hmm. Is this an original play?
No, it's by Annie something, but it's like really old, and it's a courtroom drama.
All right.
And things like that.
How important is your part?
Very important to the story. I come in at the very end, and
He plays the judge's gavel.
What?
You play a lawyer or something?
No, I play a hitman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who comes in at the end and explains the whole murder thing.
All right. Maybe you shouldn't come in at the end.
Or maybe you should begin laying the groundwork for the letdown in 2 weeks. I mean, 2
Yeah.
weeks are not going to make that big a difference,
Okay.
but 6 months might.
Here's what I would do. Do you have a nice little soliloquy at the end or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go on for a little bit. I would work the breakup into that. I would go totally off script and work toward her and just work in totally different dialogue and work the breakup in. That way it's art and it's a breakup.
So should I be doing that on opening night or?
No, you should be doing it after it closes.
All right.
No, just say you're busy and
But
come
she
up
needs
with
to
some
know
reasons.
the most important thing for her to know is the truth.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to save her. That's what's going to let her down is the
And
truth.
is it normal? I mean, is it better to have like a clean break where you just say
Yes.
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 It is.
Yes.
It's torture to do anything other.
I'm very mature. I'll fake an injury sometimes to get out of a relationship or say I'm gay, but they have not had sex yet, and that is the key thing.
Yeah.
That's what makes it workable. If young people wonder, why shouldn't I have sex with somebody? Well, that's why. If the relationship doesn't work out, the feelings and the connections are not nearly as intense.
Right.
And you can get out of relationships and get on to ones that are more productive without a lot of scarring.
Right. Billy.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 31.
Hey, sure, date me. Yeah, I listen to LoveLine on KNRK in Portland, Oregon. The reason I called tonight, recently I heard you had a young gay guy call, and he was really lost. And you guys are a couple of breeders, so you really didn't know what to say to him.
Last night?
Yeah, last night.
I like to think of myself as a whacker more than a breeder, but all right.
Okay, close enough. First, what I'd like to say, to any young gay man out there, protect yourself. There are some really scary diseases, not just AIDS. There's lots of things out there.
Hepatitis.
Excuse me?
Hepatitis.
Hepatitis. Yeah, perfect example. The second thing is there are a lot of fag bashers out there. There are some people who, if they think you're gay, are going to want to hurt you. You really need to protect yourself.
Well, how do you suggest a young gay male protects himself these days?
Well, I'm getting to that. First, some of the people you may have to protect yourself are from your own family. last night the kid who called said that his grandparents were Jehovah's Witness.
Right.
That's really scary, and I got to tell you, I had to deal with that myself when I first came out. I thought that my family was going to think I was just the black sheep, and in fact I did. I had a fist fight with my stepfather. But on the other hand, my real dad and my brothers just, they really don't matter.
What's your stepdad care if you're gay?
Yeah, it was no big deal.
Well, why'd you have a fist fight with him? I mean, my step-parents are like, hey, go blow the neighborhood. Best of luck to you, son.
I'm
It's a
really not
stepdad.
sure. I kind of think that my being gay was a threat to his masculinity, and so he had to prove that he was more macho than me.
He was
I
going
don't
to
know.
beat the gay out of him.
Okay, how to protect yourself. Use condoms. Don't let another man put his sperm inside your body.
That's always, it says that right at the foot of my bed, Billy.
Okay.
I wake up every morning and I slap that. Like the Notre Dame football players when they're leaving the locker room, they slap that, like just win baby or whatever it is. That's what I do before I leave the house. Never let another man's sperm enter your body.
Okay, well, but if you are gay and you like men, there are lots of other ways to have fun.
Such as?
The second, well, I don't need to be explicit.
Sure you do. You mean without the sperm entrance?
Oh, well, certainly. I mean, they're just touching each other or...
Yeah, but that's going to lead to the entry of the sperm. Let me
Get
take
a brochure. Call your local AIDS.
No, Billy, we
awareness
want Billy.
office, and they
We
can
want
give you
Billy.
information on specific
Billy.
things.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, okay.
We want your take on this.
Okay.
What are some things young gay men can do that don't involve sperm?
Okay. Well, they can beat off together.
Oh, all right.
One of my favorite things is like. Okay. Well, for a man to like.
What is one of your favorite things,
Sit on
Billy?
my lap so his balls rest against my balls and put both of our dicks in one hand and beat off together.
Oh, really?
And that is perfectly safe and very exciting.
And which way is he facing?
Facing me so we can look at each other.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's just one example.
Yeah, but
You know,
one
be
penis,
creative,
hold on,
have
one
fun.
penis is so much higher than the other.
Wiggle
You're
around,
really
it
thinking
won't
about
matter.
this.
Really? One hand will do it, huh?
1, 2, however much you got, baby.
That would be like, where does my penis end and where does his begin, and whose nuts are these anyway?
I love schlong.
All right, thank you for that, engineer Mike. All right, so there's plenty of things a young gay man can do without the ingestion of sperm. But I would say this, and we have, but you tell us, being from Holland, Famke.
You're going to ask my advice here about
No,
two
I
gay
just
men
want to
and
know
how they
about
should-
the mores of the society.
In Holland.
See, here, I would say to a 16-year-old guy who thinks he's gay, keep
Mhm.
it under the hat. Don't tell your folks, don't tell the kids at school, because they're going to make fun of you, and they might ostracize you, and they might hurt you.
Yeah, you would say that?
I would if you're 15, 16. Hey, if you're 25 and you're gay, I would say, look, come clean with your parents. But if you're 15, your
yeah,
parents
but so they
may
have to
throw
live
you.
with them. They have to live with that secret
But
all by
we-
themselves.
but
I don't
think-
know
I
that
think-
you would want to.
I think we would also tell them to, wear their hair like everybody else too, if they don't want to be beat up on by their peers.
I'll give you something that's analogous.
Young people are cruel to one another.
No, I know.
Yeah, I'd love to change that, but we can't change that.
No.
But
I don't know that I would really suggest that to somebody. I would always say just be yourself.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that are gonna get whose parents aren't tolerant. Who, if they admit what they are to their parents at the age of 15 or 16, they might throw them out of the house.
I know, but I would still think that it creates a lot of
But
frustration,
I think-
depression,
but-
and
but
a lot
they-
of different things.
But they
anger.
they could wait 3 years, and then they will be.
Let me
on
give
their
you
own.
something that's analogous.
And then they
yeah,
can
well,
present
that all
themselves.
sounds very reasonable now, but could you have done that when you were 16?
Oh, certainly. I was the guy who was having myself in the shower 3 days a week with the water 3 times a day with the with the shower running for 20 minutes just so they didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
okay, but that's not.
you didn't
entirely-
come out to your folks and say, "Hey, guess who just had sex?" Or
No,
"Boy,
no,
did I
no, no,
masturbate the
no.
other night?" So why
no,
do they
but
need to
because
know?
it's kind of a big deal, I think, when people are coming out, when they're no longer, when all of a sudden they just, they've discovered that they're gay and they want to share that with the world or their
But
parents
we're
or
not,
somebody.
But I'm not sure. We are definitely don't have expertise on this. We probably were talking.
I
way
am
out of
an
turn.
expert.
All right, you're an expert on everything. But we're not saying don't come out. We're saying
Wait.
don't rush to come
Right.
out. If you feel very uncomfortable and you feel like your peers aren't going to understand it and you might lose some friends, it may not be worth losing those friends at that delicate time in your life when there's not a lot of opportunity to make new friends. If you're in college or something, you meet a new group of people, big deal.
Here is the analogy. You are a Jew. It is 1939. You're living in Germany. You do not parade around telling everybody, the big Mogan David on you, saying how
except
Jewish
for
you
we
are
don't-
because you may get killed.
Yeah, but we don't really live in those times anymore, and I think that high schools are very different now.
No,
The young people are still very cruel to one another.
I think people are very cruel, but I just think I don't know that you should be hiding all your
you shouldn't be.
differences, and you should try to become
yes,
like everybody
I
else.
agree that you shouldn't.
It's got to start somewhere where you just become your own person.
I think we totally agree with you. But if we were talking to one person who was saying, "Gee, I'm 16, I'm kind of depressed, and I just recognize this thing. What am I going to do? I'm afraid my parents will reject me. I'm afraid my
Well,
sister
I
will
think
reject
that's fine if they have somebody to talk to, but they need to have somebody so they need to go into therapy, whatever it is.
Or tell somebody,
They
you
need,
think?
yeah, they need
Okay.
to tell
All right.
somebody.
We
I
agree
think
with
you
you.
can't live with.
We agree with that.
And also, they don't know. They're all new feelings. They don't know if
Yes.
it's normal. They don't
Yes.
know. They need other people to talk
All right,
to.
hold on.
Wait, hang on a second.
Wait a
Our
minute.
advice
We gotta
usually,
go to a goddamn
hang on.
commercial
Our
here.
advice,
What?
Usually,
Why?
our advice. Wait. Listen. Our advice usually is to go to a gay and lesbian youth center, which most cities,
That
most urban
is a
centers
great
have.
suggestion. I
but
think
but
that's
not
good.
necessarily to stand up at Thanksgiving dinner yet, and announce things until you really have developed the support necessary to deal with the consequences of that.
All right. Can we go to a commercial?
All right.
All right, now listen. Drew,
Yeah.
stop badgering the guest. You see what you're getting her all agitated. You're sucking the sex right out of the room. Enough gay talk. Let's talk about heterosexual love. Let's talk about putting the penis where it belongs.
Easy.
All right. When we come back, more Famke and more homosexual chatter.
LoveLine will be right back. LoveLine will be right back after we kill the singer.
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
LoveLine. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, screw all of you. We never get any good faxes. Do we?
We never see them, even if they are being received.
What's going on with that,
Ann is
Ann?
the screen
Oh, Ann's on the phone.
through which no one penetrates.
Ann is the hymen of faxes. Where are all those faxes? Do we ever get any faxes? Are any of them good? What's going on with the faxes? Are they all bad? All
I
right.
think people need to understand that faxes need to be about 4 sentences.
Right.
To be useful on the radio. They can't be big, long stories, unfortunately.
All right. And, Drew, why don't you give out the email address followed by the mailing address? Because a lot of people want those elusive autograph pictures of ours.
Those don't exist anymore, do they?
Oh, they don't?
And?
All right.
Oh, well, LUV191 at AOL.com is the email address. LUV191. And the mailing address, it's LoveLine and Wilkins, P.O. Box 4345, Hollywood, California, 90078.
All right. And our guest tonight is Famke Janssen. Now, Famke was, you know her from Goldeneye and Lord of Illusions, about a possessed bakery, and this other movie, and City of Industry.
This other movie. Oh, right.
That one with Goldblum.
Mm-hmm. Fathers and Sons.
Fathers and Sons. And City of Industry is the latest effort. It will be coming out March 14th. And I'm... is this kind of, you look at this as sort of your big, well, I mean, obviously, to be in a James Bond film is a huge breakthrough, but you're sort of playing a caricature in a way. I mean, you're playing like a comic book
so
character.
I'm hoping to show people that I can do something else in this movie, City of Industry.
Right. And you have a nice, big, juicy part.
Yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned you had 2 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
What are their names?
Maria Lane.
Huh?
Oh, see. We're Dutch.
Mary
we
Lane?
have funny names. And Antoinette.
Oh, Antoinette.
Yeah, you can handle
there's
that
a name.
one.
I'll take her.
She's the older one.
I'll take
and
Ma-
she has a kid, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is what about Mary Lane?
No no children.
No children?
Mhm.
All right, I'll take her.
Okay.
She's probably in better shape, right?
I'll call her up tonight and
Yeah, see what
see
you
how
can
she
do.
feels about it.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can put in a good
I
word for
can't figure in the time difference, but I should be there around Saturday.
Okay, I'll let her know.
All right. Tell her to plant some bulbs. I'm coming out. Sean, 40, you're on LoveLine.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm I've been married about 19 years, and I've noticed that lately my sex drive has been increasing, while my wife's has been diminishing. I don't know. Is this normal?
You guys have kids?
Oh yeah, we have 2 of them.
When was the last child born?
Oh, about 9 years ago, 9.5 years ago.
Okay. And how long? Over what period of time has her sex drive been going down?
Well, we've gone from
over
3
what?
times a day to about once a day.
Over what period of time?
Just in the last year.
Wait, once a day, every day?
Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes twice.
Huh?
Sometimes twice.
So
On
you're
a good day, twice.
All right. So you're averaging 10 times a week?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
All right. John?
Yeah.
Now I'm hanging up on you. What a situation. His sex life is diminished to only 10 romps a week. Now that doesn't sound, that may sound all right, but that's only 40 times a month or so.
Are you jealous?
Does he work?
What can you possibly do and have sex that often? He must be
Maybe-
nailing her at work.
Maybe she's starting to work. That's the problem.
John?
Yeah.
Now what is it that you do for a living?
Well, I own a business. I own a print shop.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And do you ever bring her over there and bend her over one of those copying machines? You know you do.
No. What I see, I
You know what the code word is?
I get up very early. And I
Check
go
the
in
toner, baby.
and then I work a couple hours, and then I go home, and we, go for it once or twice, and then I go back into work, and then, if I'm lucky, we'll go for it that night when I get off.
All right, that's plenty enough, John.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely.
You see, there's times I like to do a lot more.
I understand because you're compulsive and your life is empty. But
No, my life.
yes, it is. Listen, 10 times a week is enough.
You think so?
Absolutely, Famke. 10 times a week.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I just wonder about her. If is she still into you and everything? Nothing has changed in that respect.
No, we're deeply in love.
Well, but just check it out. I mean,
End
what
of
Famke
prom.
is telling you is if a woman is losing interest, it's usually not a mechanical issue. It could be a medical issue, and it's always worthy of looking into that.
All right,
but it's more likely to be an emotional
Emotional.
issue, whether or not it's something interpersonal, something between the two of you, or maybe something in herself. She's getting depressed. I don't know if she's doing
All right,
drugs, or
but,
medication.
hold on a second, Drew.
Does she have a job now? Is she tired? I mean, a lot
Can
of
she
things.
walk? Listen, 45 times a month is not being cut off.
No.
No, it seems like there's a healthy
Yes.
sexual relationship going on
Yes. Do you have a nice physical relationship with
Very
that
nice.
the spindly husband of yours?
Well, but I seem to detect some problems in yours.
Well, listen. I know how these guys work. They're these artiste types, right? He's got the goatee, right, and long
wrong.
hair.
No, wrong.
He's brooding all the time,
Oh,
constantly
no.
brooding.
You couldn't be more wrong.
You're taller than he is, though, aren't you?
No, he's 6'5".
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Now he's really bummed.
Yeah.
But a real beanpole, right?
No.
All right.
Oh, you got some faxes.
No, they're terrible. That's why we don't read them back.
Kim, 17.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
Oh, this
What's
is
up? Well, I recently had a yeast infection, and it was cured supposedly because I took medicine for it.
What'd you take? Diflucan, something like that?
I'm not sure exactly what it's called.
It was a pill.
One of them is one of them's Flexolin or something.
Flagyl?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, I took a pill and the cream.
Okay.
So yeah, and that was like a week and a half ago,
Mm-hmm.
and now I have like a different kind of discharge, but it's still a discharge.
Are you sexually active?
No.
So you haven't had sex in the last, say, year?
No.
Okay. And what's the nature of this discharge?
Well, it's yellowish and it's kind of runny. It smells kind of like vinegary, I guess. I don't know.
And how long ago did you use the creams?
Excuse me?
How long ago did you use the cream?
Like a week.
A week ago. And I wish you need to tell me what the pill is you took. Did you take one pill and that's it?
No, it was like continuously
So
for like 6 days.
was it Flagyl?
Yeah, it was.
Flagyl. Well, a Flagyl plus the creams usually takes care of most yeast infections.
All right, I'm punching her out. Keep talking that.
Yeah.
That she's standing too close to like the bug zapper or something. I don't know what that is.
She needs to get back to her doctor and get re-examined. It may be nothing. It may be just some residual of the cream she put in. Maybe she's getting rid of her period, and it's just sort of creating a funny discharge. But she's been more than adequately treated for most vaginal infections for somebody who's not sexually active.
All right, Famke.
Yeah.
The husband 6'5".
Oh, we're back to that topic.
You're stuck there. He's perseverating the rest of the night.
But you have no children, right?
No.
But you are going to have children eventually, right?
One day.
And
Someday.
and I'm calling you 6 foot. Okay?
Yeah, I know you do, but I'd like to call myself 5'11" to not scare off the entire Hollywood industry.
What do they care?
They care because men don't like to look short.
Oh,
in
those
Hollywood.
little insecure Nimrods.
That's right.
You know, I'm a healthy 6'2".
Good. I'm very happy for
And
you.
what is your question about the kids?
6'5" and
Yeah,
pumps, I might add. I'm just saying, you guys are going to have super Aryan children.
Yeah, we're going to have basketball players probably.
Yes, big striking, talented artistes for children.
Brooding.
All right, big brooders. You know this guy broods.
No, he does not brood.
All
I
right.
do much more of the brooding than
But
he does.
does he make any money?
Does he make money? Yeah, he makes money. He used to work for the New York Times.
Oh,
And he
okay.
just quit the job to go.
Wait, he had a
direct
route,
movies.
or did he actually write for the paper? What did he do?
No, he worked for the guy who covers Hollywood.
All right, so he was just the guy helped with the camera. I mean, he was kind of a lackey,
camera.
right? He didn't actually
There's
have
no
a job.
camera involved. It's writing.
Was he an intern, or did he work there?
He worked there.
Okay.
He had a good job.
All right.
You are really a scumbag.
Matt.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good.
Your name's Frankar? How do you say your name?
Famke.
Okay. As far as what you said about, going into school and just saying, hey, I'm gay, if I were to do something like that, I'll get my ass kicked.
All right.
Okay.
What school might you go into at age 20? Welding school or something?
Well, I'm talking about high school.
Oh, right.
Which was 3 years ago.
Well, a year ago. I graduated when I was 19.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here's a question that I have. I guess what I would like to learn about is the G-spot, what exactly it does.
This is a very good topic to get into.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
He's going to drag you into this.
No, I won't. But, listen, Matt. Matt, we got to go to break.
I'm going to be on the phone in a few minutes. You don't want me to answer right now?
You don't know anything about any G-spot.
All right. I'm going to leave you uncovered.
No,
as
no,
it
no.
were.
Please
Your
go
wingman-
ahead
your
and
wingman-
say something before I get.
Now, listen, we will have a frank, earnest, and open discussion.
Oh, great.
And we'll make it as sterile, homogenized, and non-sexual as possible.
I don't think that's possible.
No, it isn't. You're right.
All of my most sensitive areas were inflamed.
Really? LoveLine will be right back to deal with inflamed, sensitive areas.
Alrighty, the show's LoveLine. Famke Janssen is just slithered into the studio. Dr. Drew is still working feverishly on the phone, trying to cure America, and we'll be back in 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio
Station.
Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam. That is Drew, who is not in the studio right now. He's on the phone. And our guest is Famke Janssen. City of Industry is the name of the movie. March 14th is the date of release. It has Harvey Keitel. You can never go wrong with a Harvey Keitel movie. It has Tim Hutton. You can go wrong with a Tim Hutton movie on occasion. And Stephen Dorff, who is a very hot, up-and-coming young actor. So how can you miss?
And me.
And you, and Famke. And
That's
it's a very compelling story. There's something stolen, and someone tries to get it back.
Yeah, something like that.
Lots of jewels,
gist
and
of it,
yeah. It's a heist movie.
It's a heist movie.
Good. All right. And also look for Famke in Deep Rising. It's a snuff film that was made in Tijuana, and it should be released. No, it's a movie about a giant octopus.
That's right. It's an entirely different thing. And then RPM's coming up, and I'm shooting The Gingerbread Man right now.
Right, that's a Robert Altman movie. And I don't know if everyone knows who Robert Altman is, but as an actor, you know you've arrived when you're in a Robert Altman movie.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to do, is be in a Robert Altman movie, and he's fantastic.
All right, and let's talk about the Octopus movie for a second.
Okay.
Who's in that? Did you say Treat Williams?
Treat Williams and Kevin J. O'Connor. And Kevin and I worked together on Lord of Illusions.
Oh, okay. He was the bakery owner?
Oh, he's sort of. No, he was the magician.
And you guys are in a sub or something?
We're on a cruise ship.
This is good.
Yeah, this is very good.
Honey, like a honeymoon type thing?
No.
No.
We're all there for different reasons, and none of them are really good. I'm trying to steal some jewels.
Really?
Jewels. There's a theme going on here, I just realized. But I have nothing to do with the jewelry heist in City of Industry.
Oh, okay. So you're on a big cruise ship, like a big cruise ship, like a Princess liner?
Like a huge cruise ship.
Okay. And there you are going to some port of call somewhere.
Yeah.
And what happens?
And the ship gets infested by some huge, gigantic creature, and we don't know what it is, but people are killed constantly.
The octopus actually comes into the boat?
He creeps in between, like, the cracks and whatever, and different tentacles end up in different places and kill people.
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
All right.
This sounds like a winner, doesn't it?
Yes. And do you get killed eventually by...
No, I don't.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Do you ever get grabbed by one of the big...
No, I actually don't either.
What the hell? What do they need you for? You don't get killed by the thing? You don't get grabbed by it?
No, I'm just the babe in the movie.
Oh, all right.
No. It's just I shoot at it at some point, but no, Treat gets picked up by one of the tentacles, but not me.
Now, how big is this thing?
It's really big, and I've never seen it.
Why not?
Because it's all going to be done afterwards.
Oh, like a blue
special
screen
effects.
or something?
Yeah, not really, but...
All right. Now, Famke, your management says you want to leave in like 15 minutes.
I heard she wanted to leave before this G-spot call.
Oh, before
yeah.
All right.
I'm actually really busy.
Although
I got to go right now.
I'm here as your wingman.
Oh,
now,
thank
so
God you're back.
All right.
Okay.
I will not harass you anymore.
Oh, sure.
But I forbid you from leaving. All right. Where was that call? Matt.
Yeah.
Now, you're 20.
Yeah.
You want to know about the elusive G-spot?
Yeah.
All right. It's named after this Satan worshiper named Grafenberg, I think.
Correct.
And he created this to frustrate mankind.
Oh, boy.
It doesn't really exist, as far as I know. Famke?
I have not experienced anything.
Really, what it's thought to be is a bundle of nerves that sits underneath and near the pelvic, the pubic bone.
Right.
And it's basically the underside of where the clitoris is, and it can be stimulated from underneath in some women, and they get a different experience.
I thought they said it's in a different place in all women. You never know where it is.
Nah, it's basically a bundle of nerves.
And where's our bundle of nerves, Drew?
It's all out.
Up your ass.
That's true.
When we were going to, I went to a technical college when I was in high school, and there was this gal. She was reading this book. It's about the G-spot, and she was reading this part about where she was sexually arousing the boyfriend or husband. She moistened her finger and stick her finger up the guy's ass and
Well, that's
played around up there.
some guys get stimulated by pressure on the prostate, but not all guys do that, and that's nothing to do with the G-spot.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah, but if there was to be one on a guy, that might be where it is, right?
But there isn't to be one because the anatomy is different.
All right, but some guys enjoy that.
Correct.
Not me.
Right.
That is not my thing.
All right, got that.
Not into that, Famke.
Okay. No, I'm glad. I'm keeping notes here.
I'm done with
taking
you.
Notes,
But
what do you mean you're done with me?
I'm done with you, but tell your sisters.
Okay.
That is not on the menu sexually.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give them the list.
Like wire ahead or something. I don't want to surprise anybody when I show up.
Okay, I'll fax them.
All right.
They'll be very disappointed.
Scott.
Yes.
You're 29.
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to be the first caller to show Famke the proper respect of calling her name correctly.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I've been a fan since I saw you on that Star Trek episode.
Mm-hmm.
And you played like every man's fantasy woman.
When did you do that?
That was in between Fathers and Sons and Lord of Illusions.
Uh-huh. And you're from another planet and you play every man's fantasy and then you kill them?
Something like that. I'm supposed to. The episode is called The Perfect Mate.
Uh-huh.
And I sort of am this woman who's been her whole life has been geared towards marrying this specific man and being the perfect mate for him, except for she's on the cruise ship in a cocoon and gets released prematurely. And
so an octopus attack the ship at any point?
No. That comes later in a different movie. But anyway, she's sort of like very susceptible to what men like. And so I play this woman who every single time I'm in the room with somebody, when I'm in the room with Captain Picard, I know everything about Shakespeare and blah, blah, blah.
Ah, you're a pleaser.
I'm a pleaser, kind of.
That is a very poignant episode because we have many a young woman who gets herself into that trouble.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. And did you kill him at the end or anything?
No.
Oh.
I marry the man.
I see. Scott.
She had to marry some yuts at the end.
All right. Scott. You a big fan of the Star Trek, are you, Scott?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so I'm hanging up on you. I hate that show. Except for the one where you play
You
the
have never
policer.
seen it, so you don't know anything
No,
about
I don't. I don't like any of that junk. I really don't. Baywatch and Knight Rider. Those are my shows.
Oh, whoa. It really shows what you're made of.
What are the big... I like,
Heady stuff.
Look, either you got to be in a
The
bikini...
intellectual stuff, huh?
Let me tell you about the talking car for a second, Famke, before you make too much fun of it.
Please do.
That car, first off, you gotta cut through to the subtext of what Hasselhoff and the car are talking about. It's you know, they may be talking about road conditions or taking down a drug dealer, but
wait,
if
there's like Hasselhoff in both of them? Are you in love with Hasselhoff or something?
I'm in love with his work. I'm in love with him as a performer, as an artisan. Well, it's not a bad gig if you think about Hasselhoff's life.
Yeah.
He runs around, haggling bikini-clad women all day. This is not a bad gig. But let me say this.
Yeah.
I have a question. What's the biggest show in wherever you're from? Is that Amsterdam?
Unfortunately, it probably is Baywatch.
It is, isn't it?
Along with everywhere else in Europe, yeah.
And that's what they think. That's what they think California or the United States is all about, right?
Probably.
Bunch of sun and fun.
Yeah. Well, that's what LA is about, isn't it?
Yeah,
Parts of it.
Right. But those of us who've lived here for a long time know it's nothing like that. And for Christ's sake, you go swimming in the bay that they're talking about, you come out with hepatitis.
I know.
And like a syringe up you. You know, my favorite part of Baywatch is when perfectly healthy, good-looking people, they get up off their towel, they walk down to the water, they swim out about 250 yards, they stop, and they start drowning. Now, it's not like they fell off of something into the water. They swim like Mark frickin' Spitz out to the buoy, and then they turn around, and then they start flailing, and now they got to go save them.
Well, there's only so much you can do with an episode of Baywatch.
All right, but I still think
But you still enjoy it. I'm glad.
I do. And
some people are pleased very easily.
Let me tell... All right. Are you done making fun of me?
No, actually, I'm just starting to get on a roll. No, go ahead.
I saw an episode last night. Geraldo,
I'm surprised.
Geraldo Rivera.
Did you have the sound up?
I normally don't have to. And let me explain why you don't need the sound in Baywatch. It's all one big long music montage.
I wouldn't know because I don't watch the show, but I'm glad you're filling me in here.
But you're real quick to criticize, aren't you?
Well, I kind of can understand what it's about.
You sit down with me and watch Baywatch, and then when we're done, you tell me if you didn't find something in there.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Something really deep.
Yes. There'll be plenty of things to find. All right. Anyway.
The question. What was the question?
What was the question?
We haven't heard it yet.
Oh. Melanie, 27.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Melanie.
Good.
I want to say that I'm really nervous right now, and I love your show, and Adam, you are hilarious.
Well, thank you. I only wish Famke felt that way.
He's met his match tonight, though, I think. I could just leave.
You certainly can.
Yeah.
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd say about 4 months before I found out that I was pregnant, I was misdiagnosed with manic depression, and they gave me Zoloft.
Misdiagnosed? What do you mean misdiagnosed?
I got transferred, and another psychiatrist diagnosed me with post-traumatic stress syndrome instead. But
what was the trauma?
a lot of different reasons. various different abuses in childhood.
Okay.
A lot of different things.
So
But I was
that's
wondering.
not really PTSD. It's surviving abuse. It's survival stuff. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was wondering to know if Zoloft has any psychological effect on unborn children.
I don't have any sort of access to a PDR or package insert from Zoloft, but I am not aware of it being significant danger to a child. I'm of the opinion that pregnant women shouldn't be on anything, but I'm not aware of Zoloft being particularly dangerous.
Okay, because my son is acting out right now, and I don't understand why.
How old is he?
He's 2 years
Oh,
old.
well, there you have it.
He's two.
Okay, is violent come natural?
No.
Well, a little bit, right?
What do you mean violent? What's he doing?
He's hitting his little brother, and
How old's the little brother?
1.
Kids can be pretty aggressive. What you mean? Actually, like hitting him with objects and things?
He hits with objects, his hand. He's very strong, and he's just...
Oh.
Has anybody hit him?
This kid's going to kick my kid's ass in 15
no one hits
years.
him. He gets on timeouts a lot,
Yeah, good.
and
Did you have ADD when you were a child?
I think I might have. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
but
I was never
this-
diagnosed with it.
He may have some other disorder along that line.
All right, how early can you bring a child in for a workup, diagnostically? I mean,
certainly there are certain things that can manifest that. You need people who are highly specialized in assessing kids that age, but there's a whole sort of spectrum of disorders now that people look at that are related to ADD. They kind of call them wham bam kids that have sort of difficulty organizing their sensory input, and they tend to be aggressive.
All right.
Maybe when it's kids, they indeed, cocaine and speed and these sorts of things are highly associated with that sort of stuff at this age, but they can happen without the pharmacological effects.
if mom is strung out while she's pregnant.
But it can happen, just spontaneously also. And mom, let's look here. Mom has been through as a survivor of abuse herself, and her ability to be emotionally open and empathic with her children may be impaired.
Right.
And that can make the kids act out too.
Okay, so she should bring him in and
They should get
be assessed.
The whole system there should be worked on.
Can they
sure.
do like a blood test or something to find out whether they have a chemical imbalance at age 2?
I mean, there are medical things that can be ruled out, but no, not blood tests usually.
Okay. Tommy.
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good.
I got a question for you guys. My wife is 8 months pregnant, and she's been really excited lately. I was wondering, would that hurt her if we...
Yeah, this is one of God's cruel jokes. The third trimester of pregnancy, all the swelling and pressure down in the pelvis tends to make women more aroused.
Oh, really?
And yes, you can. I mean, there's people that argue you can have it right up to the end, unless she's having any kind of complication, preterm labor, or anything like that.
So if she's having a C-section, you can still be...
At the same time?
Yeah.
No, not at the same time.
That's considered in bad taste?
That would be bad taste.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I don't know.
She,
Set to the end.
I was wondering, would it induce a labor?
There's always been concern about that, but as long as is she having any preterm labor?
No, not right now.
No, it's not likely to do that. I mean, it's allegedly okay. You should check with your obstetrician just to be sure, but it should be okay.
Are there certain kind of positions that are safer than others?
What's that?
He's asking me. I don't know that. I mean, the question is, really, could it climax and do some kind of contractions? Really,
She's been, I mean, I don't know, she's wanting to do it awful lot.
yeah, and that's normal for somebody in the third trimester.
Is that weird for you, Tommy?
Oh, no, not, I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but I mean, it doesn't bother me. I mean,
Right.
I love her for who she is, so, I mean,
all right.
It's not going to hurt me any.
All right, just be careful, and you ought to talk to your obstetrician, and it usually is okay, as I understand it.
God bless you, Tommy. I would not partake in sex after the 8th month.
Why not?
I don't know. It's so it's so I don't know.
I mean, people with multiple
bulge there with your child being slapped around by your own genitalia. I mean, it just sounds
the child's
bizarre.
there the whole time though during the pregnancy. So what's the difference? I know it's bigger during the 8th month, but
Well, I don't quite know what it is other than the woman then becomes she's a mother. And it's like sex with mom. It's weird.
Really? Well, she's also a mother after she's given birth.
Yeah, but then,
Adam,
then the kid is born, and
okay,
what?
You're going back to therapy. I swear to God, you are going back. You are going back.
I know.
You
I think we need to talk.
You cannot get married until you do about another year of therapy.
Do I have to go tonight, or can I go sometime
well, I can
tomorrow?
call an ambulance right now if you need to. But
Why don't you get a medevac unit in here with like a psychologist?
For Christ's sake. But no,
that's weird.
Yeah, that's
All
the
right,
same
so
woman.
Same
woman.
It is.
Same
I'm
woman.
weird for not wanting to bang my wife who has a beach ball coming out of her
and it's
abdomen.
also after the
This
fact
is your
when
whole
the beach
deal.
ball is gone.
This I suspect.
She's a mother then, and
Yeah,
that
all
somehow
right,
makes.
but it's right back to sex.
But Adam has a very important symbolic relationship with mom. What would mom do to you?
If I was having sex with her?
No, I mean, what?
I probably wouldn't get my allowance. Or maybe I'd get a little more. I don't know.
Or mightn't she hit you over the head with something?
Oh, please. Drew, first off, Famke, you I would make an exception for, so I want you to know that.
Okay, thank you. I
All
feel
right,
much better now.
I know you're flattered.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I had a dream some months back, which I made the grave mistake of sharing with Dr. Drew, which was...
Which is straight into therapy.
I was in the deep end of a swimming pool. I was
Mm-hmm.
having trouble getting my footing. You know, I was sort of treading water, and I was cornered by two, as I described them, what did I describe them as? Haunchy elderly women who beat me with my own genitalia. Drew.
And by the way, he'd always described his mother and grandmother as haunchy.
All right, I don't think it was them, but it could have been. I don't
This
know.
is very symbolic.
Does that seem bizarre to you?
A little bit. I worry for you.
But come
I
on.
think we need to get you in a session with somebody. I think it might be time. Especially after the other thing you just shared with us.
Just because I don't want to have sex with a woman who's about to give birth?
And after.
I didn't say
no,
after.
No, because you said something changes.
Yeah, you
she
said
becomes
she
a mother.
Yes,
and it'd
you're
be
going
like
to have
having
problems.
sex with your mother.
You're going to have problems after.
Yeah.
All right. First off, Drew, you get it once a millennium, so please
Don't put
don't
me on
give
the
me that
defensive
crap.
here. And
You're
that'll
damn
happen
right
to you
I'll
too
put
when,
on
when your wife has children. Believe me, you'll be happy.
All right.
If you ever get
You
a wife.
guys are having some serious problems here.
We need couples therapy,
Do you
Drew.
think? I know you do.
Listen, I will have sex.
He would go if
with,
Famke would come, I suspect.
To where?
To couples work.
Would you? All right. Would you come
I'm
with us?
going to be part of this couple thing now too.
You mediate.
You're going to be okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Good.
Could you picture Famke in like those horn rim glasses and like a short cut skirt and like a tweed business jacket, hair up in the bun, and then at some point shakes it loose and rips the glasses off?
All right. And the music. It just encourages him.
All right. All right. Listen, I will cross that sexual bridge when I come with it. Maybe I will have sex with my greatly inflated, impregnated wife. You never know. But I would find it a little bit strange. I really would.
But that
we got
dream,
that.
that's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Famke, you've had some weird dreams, though, haven't
I
you?
know, but nothing like that.
Really?
I have to say nothing like that.
Well, you know why?
very
Because you were
weird. No.
you were reared in the relative sanity of a different country.
Right.
I was brought up in North Hollywood in the 70s. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm scarred.
Oh.
You know?
I grew up in Amsterdam. What do you think that's like?
Oh,
That's
there's
like
a bunch
the
of
70s from beginning to
No,
end
but
of
you,
my
but you learn
upbringing.
you
there.
learn 4 languages. You get an education.
Look, you had an education.
Mm-hmm.
I was thrust out of the house at 18 and handed a carpet cleaning wand to make a living.
After an illustrious education, throwing pots.
Yes, I was a ceramics major in high school. Not you, traveling from prestigious university to university, picking up languages as I went along the way. No runway modeling for me, by the way.
I feel really sorry for you.
I
But
know.
Still, I suggest therapy
All right, I will
to
take.
overcome those scars that you know.
I'll take
built
your
up over
pity.
the years.
I'll take the pity. That's
Okay.
fine. Whatever
Good,
it takes.
Good.
All right, Carl.
Hi there.
Hey, you're 33.
Yeah, I sure am. And I really enjoy your guys' show. It's terrific. I listen every chance I get.
Thank you.
And I had a question. I kind of share your proclivity, Adam, for pornography. And
All right, I'm already in. I'm really deep tonight, Carl. Please, enough with me and my bizarre sexual obsessions.
Okay, well, I just kind of remembered that back when GoldenEye came out, I think Famke was in actually Playboy, and I was wondering if she could.
No.
No.
What?
I have never been in Playboy, and
You
if
sure?
I have been, then it was with a fully dressed picture.
Oh well, boy, I'm real disappointed.
Why? What do you mean? You know that I was in Playboy, but you didn't open it up or something? How do you know then that I was in there?
Well, I thought I remembered, like seeing it on the cover, but I didn't actually just buy it.
I see.
Did you ever do anything like that?
No.
Yeah, you promise me because I'll put
Promise
my
you,
team
because
on
you
it.
can. I know you can.
Oh, yes.
What do you think? I'm going to lie here, and you know you're going to find out tomorrow?
I'll go down to the
No.
basement during the commercial and
sure you
go through
will.
my archives.
Okay, well, Adam, if you happen to find out that she might be giving misinformation, could you please let us know?
I believe her.
Oh.
All right, but if I
Well,
find out otherwise,
I
I'll
trust
tell
her,
you.
And she is just a lovely woman. And
She certainly is.
and thank you very much.
All right, Carl. Thank you for that masturbatory moment from Carl. All right, Famke, listen, you're not going anywhere. Come on.
Oh, well, I am going to be going shortly. I have
Shortly?
Yeah.
What do you have to do?
I have to get on the plane early in the morning.
Oh, please.
I'm
Where are you going?
I'm going to New York, and then I have to go to Savannah, Georgia, to finish up the movie.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
I know.
All
me
right.
too.
What time's the plane leave?
Well, I don't think I'm going to be sharing that with the rest of the world right now.
What do you think? Someone's going to put a bomb on it or something?
Maybe.
Oh, what, 7,
Anyway,
8 in the
it's-
morning?
It's early in the morning.
8?
How's that?
I want to know what time to set the alarm.
Are you going to bring me to the airport?
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's right.
Well, I'll call you tomorrow morning then. We'll give you a wake-up call.
All right, it was worth a try. All right, listen, Famke, I know you have to go, but you hang around for one more break,
Okay.
please. And I'll give the movie extra special plugging.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Meanwhile, as the faceless evil closes in on the hapless sleeping populace, across town in a shanty one-bedroom, an old woman feeds her parakeet.
Come on, Chirpy, have some cheese. We love cheese. Since when are you afraid of cheese?
LoveLine will be right back.
Hello. Yeah.
I insist on being at least allowed to come on the set.
All right.
You gonna
Drew,
act?
huh?
You going to act?
Yeah, I can act.
He's the next auteur.
Ooh. Are we going to do a movie together?
Peter O'Toole? Who am I? Yeah, we'll do a movie.
Okay.
Let me explain. America has not yet even had a sampling of my talent.
It kind of rolls off your tongue.
Oh.
Chaplin, Kubrick, Corolla.
Yes, that's how it's going to be.
Fits there, doesn't it?
Just because I gab all night doesn't mean I can't act. I could act.
Yeah.
I could do that octopus movie. Come on.
Anybody can do that octopus movie.
Run down the corridor of a cruise liner screaming my brains out.
That's right.
And then get devoured by a big tentacle.
That's pretty much you just summed up the whole movie.
What was
How
the
did you know?
What was the budget on that film?
About $60 million.
Oh, my
Really?
God.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
That means it's going to be good. The more you spend, the better the movie.
Yeah, that really has proven to be right in the last couple of years, hasn't it?
Well, at least visually.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
All right. Listen, I love all that stuff. I love whenever beast turns against man.
I heard some interesting analysis of films last 20 years, and they were talking about the reinitiation of the Star Wars trilogy, re-release of that.
Right.
And some of these guys were saying that they had great disdain for that film because that was when American filmmaking
It changed American filmmaking.
transitioned
Yeah.
to the point where action became the center and
Mhm.
focus of the film rather than character and the interpersonal relationships
Right.
and acting and story.
Right.
It became action.
It was a great day for American filmmaking, is what you're saying. Now, listen, here's the deal with these action films. People get jaded very quickly, meaning you can only watch so many things blowing up so many times before you just don't care.
That's what you would expect, except for see how many movies are being made every year. Action
yeah,
movies
Adam,
with the same
you have the polar bear
formula.
theory, right?
Yes.
That humans we react as beasts when it comes to stimuli.
No, here
And
yeah.
the fact is, we just keep responding to the same stimuli over and over and over, and this is part of that.
Yeah, but here's the reason why sequels usually suck. Is the first movie, and pick your movie, Alien, and Alien's a sequel, or Die Hard, or whatever it is. The first one will have a slow build. It will develop the characters. You will have a relationship with the characters, and then by the time it gets to the action, you've already bought into the premise. You care about the character. Then when the character is put in jeopardy, you're right there with them.
Right.
Now, when they go ahead and make the sequel, they say to themselves, well, listen, we made this one. We got to make this one twice as big.
And everybody knows these characters.
And
so.
everyone knows the character. And right when the movie starts, boom, it starts with a big explosion and a big chase scene. But 20 minutes into it, and they're still going into the chase scene, you just don't care anymore. I mean, Die Hard 3 was like one big explosion, one big chase scene, and even a guy like myself who's shallow at best when it comes to reviewing films, I was bored halfway into it. I wanted to see something else. Let's have show somebody painting for a while.
I know. Something.
Yes, anything. Let's say you got on a potter's wheel. So you can't start too soon with this stuff. It's got to have a build. You know, it was a great movie, everyone?
What?
Papillon. Now there's an action film. Ever see Papillon? Steve McQueen. Much better actor than, I mean, everyone knows he's a good actor, but he was a great actor if you watch this film. Dustin Hoffman, true story, prisoners, French prisoners put in French Guiana in a prison camp in the turn of the century, how he escapes and gets put back and escapes and gets put back again. It's like 2.5 hours. Amazing, amazing movie. Watch Papillon, everyone. All right, and by the same token, watch the Octopus movie.
That was made in the 70s. Nothing good came out of the 70s.
Deep Rising. All right, where the hell were we? Yeah, Famke Janssen is our guest, and City of Industry is the movie that she's going to be in March 14th. Harvey Keitel, Tim Hutton, Stephen Dorff, a blockbuster. I guarantee it.
Oh, you guarantee it. Good.
Yeah.
I'm happy you do.
All right. Courtney.
Hi. I had a quick comment about the call you got about the gay guy about coming out, and there was a girl at my school who came out and said she was a lesbian, and she got beaten up for it. So I don't know.
I mean, is that?
I don't think
it's so horrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but unfortunately, it is one of these. It's hard to take a stand when you're 15 or 16.
To change the culture, you mean, yeah.
Yeah, you're just dodging
you get beaten
rotten
up
fruit
too,
and getting your butt kicked after class. And I'm all for, I don't want people kowtowing to the man or repressing their inner whatever or any of that stuff. On the other hand, I'd like to be pragmatic about it.
No, I know.
If it's going to ruin your life, then just hold off and go to a lesbian college and admit to everybody when you're 20 or 19 and you're already in a safe environment and happy.
Yeah, no, but I think that what we discussed before is like to go to, a lesbian gay group or something while you're in school and you don't really want. Yeah, you have to find support.
By all means.
And
I don't know what Courtney's question was.
All right, hold on. Let me talk to Famke for a second. In Holland, in your homeland.
He's going to actually break into tears when you leave. You better stay to the top of the hour. I mean, this guy is not going to make it.
No. Listen, I had a passing interest in Famke.
You are like a laser beam,
You're
for Christ's
over it.
sake.
I'm over it now. I've moved on to her family.
That's true.
Any brothers?
No.
Okay, good. In Holland.
Yes.
What about this? Would it be treated the same way, homosexuality, for instance?
Well, I think Holland, in many ways, is a very liberal country. So I think that we deal
in every way.
Yeah, with those issues slightly differently. And I think that because, from when we're very young on, we're sort of exposed to a lot of different things, and nothing seems to be abnormal. So that's why I guess from my perspective, I would have said, come out and share with the rest of the world.
So your high school culture, say, the 8th to 12th grade type setting.
Right, but they speak 5 languages and watch film noir. Here we're weaned on Mountain Dew and corn dogs, and our favorite movie is the Smoking the Bandit trilogy.
Right.
So naturally, we're going to kick a little ass when we find out when someone's gay.
But there's not that kind of aggressiveness or overt violence.
No, not really.
America's very much that way.
See, give them the weed, mellows out the whole country.
Yeah, I understand.
Tara.
No. I want to hear. We haven't finished. It was 5 yet.
All right, hold on, Tara. Hey, you ever hang out in any of those hash dens?
I've been there.
Yeah, how is that?
It's fine if you're into it.
All right, you're not into it?
No, I'm not.
All right. Could you bring me back a brick next time we go over there?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're not into it either. Not as long as you're working with me.
Courtney.
Hi.
17.
I also had another comment before my question.
Yes.
I've been listening to LoveLine since 5th grade, and
Wow.
I think that Adam is the best host or co-host or whatever you want to call yourself.
Host is fine.
Thanks, Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney. Wow, I'm so glad we got back to Courtney.
No. Let me hear the question, for God's
This is
sake.
her question. That was her comment.
No, what's the question, Courtney?
I was just wondering what some signs are of cervical cancer.
Abnormal bleeding, pain, and more often than not, no sign. That's why you got to go get the pelvic exam.
Mhm.
And once you actually have cervical cancer, if it actually is invasive, it's really too late. You got to pick it up at the very, very early stages when it can be removed easily, just like you'd remove a skin cancer.
Would it be pain like in like where your ovaries are, or?
Yeah, but I mean that's way along the line. I mean that's well into things by that point. Most pelvic pain is, believe me, is not cervical cancer. Okay.
Okay. I got put in the hospital last year because they thought I had a
PID.
ovarian cyst,
Uh-huh.
and they did an ultrasound and they didn't find anything. But so I was just wondering, and I still
No,
got
no. They
pain.
I mean, look, they would have detected cervical cancer on your Pap smear. That's very simple to pick it up.
All right. Tara, 22.
Hi.
Hey.
Yes, I have kind of a question I've been thinking about for so many months. I've been going out with someone that is a lot older than me. It'll be 2 years this June.
Mhm.
And I've had past relationships, maybe through high school and then out of high school. And it seems that the worst thing that I'm finding out is I just do not like performing any time, anywhere, as far as giving a guy oral sex.
Mhm.
And I did have some kind of I don't know, it's kind of hard to talk about in some ways, but some kind of tragedy just before I was graduating high school with one guy that was 2 years older than me, and I don't know if it could be that.
What happened?
Well, when him and I were together at times, he was the one that introduced me into drinking, and yes, I was underage, but I still knew how to control it. And when it came to sex, if I didn't want it, but he did, then it was like, you better give it or you're in trouble. And so, it was somewhat abusive and whatever.
Somewhat.
And
Terrifically abusive.
well, I was able to get out of it just before I had started my first year of college
Good.
and everything. But that was where, when he wanted oral sex, it was just, the thought of it just kind of like, no, I'm too chicken to try. And so he would actually force it.
How old is your current man?
He's 33. We're 11 years apart, I guess.
All right, so this first relationship turned you off
Yeah.
to
ever
oral
since that.
sex, obviously.
Why do you think you would put up with such abuse?
Excuse me?
Why do you put up with such horrible abuse?
It's only been, I only had the abuse in that one relationship,
Yeah, but you put up with
and
it
I was
for-
with him for about 4 months.
And you figured it out, huh?
Well, he was. I heard background rumors that he was trying to actually figure out how to dump me, but we both got kind of to the point and dumped each other.
I mean, why you didn't dump him the moment he started that crap is really sort of my
All right,
question.
I'll get what Drew's trying to get at. Any other form of abuse in your life?
As a child, I don't think so. I
But-
really don't think so.
I would suspect that Tara be more somebody that comes from a family where her
I have seen my brother
no
being abused, but me
physically
personally,
abused.
Yeah, my brother was physically abused. We got spanking his kids or.
But the point is that just confirms my theory. Is you may not have had overt abuse, but you come from a family where the posture is abusive, and so she would naturally pick a guy who was abusive and then tolerate that for a certain period of time.
Right. And these wounds take a little bit to heal.
Yeah.
That's all.
And plus, I mean, she must be so angry and so demeaned and have so many self-worth
right.
issues. I mean,
And
these
so
things,
every time the topic of oral sex comes up, it drums up all these old feelings and emotions.
and God knows, and she must have some anger towards men built around that. Just has to.
Oh, yes.
And that's it's hard to be giving when you want to be aggressive.
Right. All right. Famke.
Yeah.
I know you're dying to get out of here.
No.
Yes, you are.
What are you going to say?
Gotta be honest in this show.
truthful.
Famke, you gotta be honest.
You'd like
yeah,
to
no,
go.
I'm going to go in the
Okay.
break, right?
Yeah.
He might not break if you
Oh.
yeah, see.
No, in the
So I
break,
should just go now?
we should break now.
Okay.
Now, Trooper would stick out the show.
I know.
The 21 minutes out of your life. I mean, God knows. National status of
This
the
is
show
abusive
and all the
too,
plugging.
this relationship, and I need
No,
to get out now before
Right.
it gets too
Going
far.
on. All right. It's like
Who knows where
you've
this is
come.
gonna
So,
end up.
it's like you've come so far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. But
Only-
it's good to leave a little mystery towards the end. You know what I mean?
No.
No?
No.
You're not into that?
No. We
but
would.
you need therapy anyway, so
Right,
we
we've
might
established that.
want to bring that up in there.
Right. Well.
Mystery's good.
All right. So you're saying you're going to leave at this break?
Yep.
All right. I will not talk about this movie after you leave,
Okay, that's fine.
And then it will come out 3 weeks from now, and
Right.
my lips will be sealed.
Okay, if you want to play it that way, just go right ahead.
I hate to play hardball with you.
Yeah,
but
I know you do. I can tell you really hate this.
All right, so you'll just be leaving.
Yeah, I'll just be leaving.
All right, and then down the road, this octopus movie's going to come out, and then
Right.
the Gingerbread Man and RPM, and I will sit here like a mute.
But I came on the show twice.
I did?
Yeah, remember? I
Don't worry,
came
I'll
on
talk
the
about
TV
it.
show,
It's- all right,
and now
all
I'm on
right.
the
All right.
radio show. But no, you're still
No,
not
no.
happy.
All right, you're right.
What do I
no.
have to do to please you?
Oh, please don't
this
ask
is
that
real.
question. Do not ask that question.
All right, here's what you have to do to please me.
Okay.
When the octopus movies due out, you come back.
Okay.
I mean, you talk more about the octopus.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
sounds
you'll
good.
have other.
In the meanwhile, you're gonna hold a grudge against me.
No,
but
no,
yeah.
no. If you promise to come back before the
I'm
release
promising now.
of
I'm
Deep
gonna-
Rising.
Yeah.
I think what he's doing is going to Sacramento, try to have the laws of the state changed so you can have more than one husband.
All right, Famke Janssen, ladies and gentlemen. City of Industry is the name of the movie. March 14th, Harvey Keitel, Tim Hutton, Steve Dorff. It's a big jewel heist thing. It's extravaganza. Do not miss it.
That's right.
I smell an Oscar.
Oh.
or did Drew just break wind? I don't know what it is, but this is the breakout movie for you.
I hope so.
This
I
is
sure
it.
hope so.
All right, just don't get a big swelled head and not come back. Seriously.
please.
All right.
think so.
You come back for the octopus.
I'm coming back for the octopus movie.
Okay. All right. Because hell hath no fury like a host scorn. Let me tell you that right now.
You're threatening me. I know.
Okay.
Enough.
All right. Famke Janssen, thank you very much.
Bye.
The voices are trying to throw me off while I'm trying to concentrate on this.
Okay, you're safe.
Thank you. LoveLine will be right back.
You're my stern but groovy master, Adam.
Yeah. Where is
Why don't you bring her back? Yeah.
Jennifer Grey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring her back. I want to see how Adam deals with that one. I mean, he just lost his lunch over for Famke here.
Yeah, I miss Jennifer Grey. It's been a while. I've moved on. Jennifer Grey was, she was unattached. And, she was tired of the whole Hollywood scene. She had it up to here. Not like this Famke dating some producer, director, writer guy.
That's one actually you had a shot with.
Jennifer?
Yeah, but he blew it with talc. Remember the talc just
Yeah, she got a little grossed out towards the end. But you were doing good with her.
Let's get her back. I don't
One
care
more
what
try.
she's doing. Get her back tonight, would you?
I'll get right on it.
Come on, there's 9 minutes left in the show. Let's go. All right, Famke Janssen. Well, look, she stayed for like an hour and 40 minutes. That's not bad. She's quite a busy actress, and I
look
expect big things
great
from her.
sport, delightful.
Oh, delight!
Come on,
delight!
Right? Yeah,
delight.
I held her own against you.
A delight.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Bill.
Yep.
23.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where do I begin? I'm currently involved in an abusive relationship where I am being beat up almost every day of my life for the last 3 years.
Okay, get out. That's it. Get out.
How big
There's
it-
no way you're going to change that without leaving.
How big is this chick?
It's not a chick.
I was just kidding with you, Bill. What? This is your gay partner?
Yes.
Do you live together?
Yep.
I don't know what the statistics are, but is there a lot of gay guys bashing their partners? I know, it's
Probably
fairly
not much different
prevalent
yeah.
in the heterosexual community. No.
It's probably close to the same.
No. I bet more guys bash their wives than partners bash each other in a gay relationship. But be that as it may, Bill, when you say bashing or beating you up, what does that entail?
Punched in the stomach, kicked, knives put to my throat, choked, pulled hair.
All right. On a nightly basis?
I get slapped around
It's the same thing as if a woman's being abused. It's the same phenomenon.
Yeah, and it's just...
It's the same phenomenon.
Well-
You're falling into the abused wife trap, really.
Do you think you
You
could...
don't have to be a female to fall into that.
No,
You
but
don't.
it helps to fall into the abused wife trap. But, you don't have to be. Bill.
Yes.
All right, a couple of questions. What is it about you that makes you think it's okay to be abused this way?
I don't know, just stuff that he says. But
No. But what happened to you in your makeup? You know what I mean? I mean, most people wouldn't stand for this. How come you're standing for it?
I really don't know. I was hit as a child. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. Well, there it is. Say no more, Bill. I mean, that's what happened.
We repeat what our past experiences have been. We try to fix them in our adult life, and and the people that seek out people who are good victims like this know how to prey upon your feelings of worthlessness.
Well, and let's
convince you that they love you so much, and you're making them this way.
Let's give Bill some credit too. There's no coincidence. It is no coincidence, I should say, that he has aligned himself with an abuser.
Right, and that the abuser has aligned himself with a good victim.
Right. All right. So now we know what happened, Bill, and now we know why you're there. So what's the next step?
I don't know what I know. I need to leave, and
right.
I don't know how to make the first step about it to do it. I'm right now hiding out at a friend's house.
Really?
Sunday night, really bad night.
What does he abuse you over? I mean, what does he say? And I know he'll say anything, but give us a typical episode.
If I'm not wearing my clothes the right way, something will happen. If I didn't scrub the toilet the way he prefers, something will happen.
Well, that stuff is kind of, I mean, he does have a point with the toilet, Bill.
It's just like every little thing.
Okay.
And he
All right.
drinks a lot, and he smokes pot and does coke and all this other stuff.
Well, the pot should sort of counterbalance maybe the coke and the booze a little. But anyway, you couldn't kick his ass in a pinch?
I tried to once.
Really?
And we ended up in jail.
Oh, really?
About 2 years ago.
All right. Here's the deal, Bill. Here's the situation, quite honestly. He's a little effed up, you're a little effed up, but you're the one who's getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you need to get out of this relationship. Don't worry about all the particulars. You need out. Out. That's it. Out. Forget about all the reasons why you can't. You need to be out before this guy does something to you that's irreparable, like killing you.
And all your emotional attachments need to be packed up, put in a suitcase, and the loss dealt with, and get on and get some help for Bill. This is time out time, dude.
Absolutely.
Time out for Bill. You got it. You time out and get some individual work.
And
this is major league stuff.
And when Drew goes to the dude basket and pulls the word dude out, and you know it's serious.
Yeah.
Drew does not use the word dude lightly. And if he says guy, it's time to just check yourself in somewhere. But when Drew says dude, you know there's some abuse going on. Drew's a doctor. And as a doctor, they actually extricate certain words from your vocabulary.
From your brain, yeah.
Dude being one of them.
That's right.
There's no doctor that says dude.
Not unless extraordinarily stressed.
And, hot prods in his side. You couldn't get a bro out of him. But if he says dude, there's serious trouble there. So, Bill, please, dude, get out of that relationship. Or got a note that says Dr. Marcel says dude. I think he calls. I wouldn't be surprised if he called his female patients babe. Hey, babe, in for breast augmentation?
Oh, poor Marcel. Got to get him up here.
Yeah, well, him, if he can get into the studio with all the jewelry, I don't know. Okay. Amy, 21.
Since you guys are guys, I have a question for you from a guy's point of view. Can you, if you loved a woman really, a wife, and you had been married for a while, knowing that she had an affair earlier on in your relationship, is there any way that a guy could ever forgive a woman or completely trust?
Forget the hypotheticals here. What happened?
Well, I've been together with my fiance for a couple years. And
yeah.
Earlier on, I had an affair with an older man.
Old boyfriend or just older man?
No, he was a lot older than me.
During the engagement?
No, this was before we.
Early on in the relationship.
Okay.
But we were still serious, and
How long had you gone out before you cheated?
about a year.
Oh.
But you know what? I mean,
that's long enough.
Look, that's part of the whole process of adolescence and dating and stuff. People make mistakes and they act on impulses and they learn how not to do that.
How old was the older guy?
He was 43.
Oh.
I'm a paramedic, and I worked with. He was a firefighter. And, this just happened a year ago.
All right. So, and you're worried about that event impinging on your marriage?
It came up again. We're going to get married, and he brought it up again tonight.
How did he find out about it?
I had to tell him. I told him the morning after.
Oh, really?
He wondered where I was that night.
Oh, all right. What's up with that?
I'm just an honest type of person.
Honest people don't screw people behind their boyfriend's back.
But we were in a fight.
All right. And hey, listen, guys. Hold on. Let me get the reverb out. Attention, all males. Your girlfriend, a concubine, fiance, wife, or whoever can get laid whenever she effing pleases. Understand that. When you get into a fight with this woman, she can go out and bang anybody at any workstation she happens to be at. All women size up some guy at work, some potential sex partner. I know for Ann, it's me. And I know that the second her and Doug get into a spat, I'm going to have to nail her.
I have a jacuzzi tub in my house now.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. She sized up the tub. Oh, that's
I got 5 jets.
She'll never be out. All right, that's it. She'll have to work the show somehow from the tub.
She won't be here.
All right. God forbid the space heater fall in.
Hey, Amy, look, you were still in your courting phase at that point. What you did was sort of age-appropriate and normal behavior. I mean, yes, of course, something needs to be sorted out, and there have to be some feelings associated with that. But if you're really getting on to the point at which you're committed and want to get married, you kind of put a lot of that stuff aside and form a new commitment,
That's
new
it.
relationship.
People have had other relationships. People have had their indiscretions. It's the idea is to sort that out before you form the union.
And make your commitment, and once you're committed, that's it.
All right.
I don't think they're aware of how much they suck. Hey, that's not very nice. You kissed my mother with that mouth? I mean, your mother?
LoveLine will be right back.
All right. Well, plumb out of show. I want to thank Famke Janssen for coming in tonight and gussing up the place with her leggy beauty. And the movie City of Industry. Go out and see that. I'm sure it'll be a hit. And then the big octopus movie hits because finally someone with the guts to make an octopus film. It's an important film and had to be made. This is the Schindler's List of maritime tragedy. All right. An octopus movie, Drew.
I liked 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea when I was a kid.
Right. You were 9 and...
I was 3.
All right. Listen, I'll go see the octopus movie. I will. Even if just to see her running in a one-piece, I'll see it. All right. No guest tomorrow night. Thank God for that. Just Drew and I discovering the love. And until tomorrow night, when we do discover the love, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
You're my stern but groovy master, Adam.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are not necessarily
The most nervous per LoveLine guests provided by Fox Limousine.
And it certainly wasn't for me.
LoveLine producer Ann Wilkins.
This broadcast was copyright 1997 Westwood One Entertainment. This music is MXPX on Tooth and Nail Records.
Sit, Obo. Obo, stop dragging your butt across the carpet.